we're going to be talking about another database breach. But first, my name is Steve Smith, this is TQA Weekly, and the Darknet cashed in on 1 billion of Yahoo user accounts. So regardless of how you actually like or dislike Yahoo, you gotta admit, Yahoo is having a pretty hard time lately, especially with database breaches, user accounts, password resettings, two-factor authentication, and of course their sale to Verizon, because they're just now disclosing a hack that occurred in 2013, to which 1 billion user accounts are currently infected. And on top of all this, plenty of that information is in plain text, including security questions and answers, as well as plenty of user data that would scare the bejesus out of most people. Now, on top of all this, they're going to start trying to tell us how to protect our user accounts if they haven't already done so. And this comes to no surprise for me, but regardless of how they spin it, they're the ones who were hacked and you're affected. This is the equivalent of hitting you with a car while trying to explain to you how not to get hit by a car while you're still standing on the sidewalk and they pointed it straight at you. That is basically how I'm going to spin that one. That is how retarded their point of view of protecting our user accounts is. Now, unless you have been using better than average password security management for all of your user accounts for more than 3 years. So we're talking about before 2013, where every single website had a different password that did not look the same at any point whatsoever, then you are affected by this nonetheless. And there are plenty of places that I agree with that say that if you do not have any services or need for that account, just delete it. That is actually going to be the most secure way of disposing of your Yahoo account, through the complete nullification of that account. Now, Yahoo's data policies regarding user accounts is going to have to start being transparent, especially since they're now going to have to disclose how they protect all of their user information, since that will possibly affect their sale. And on top of all this, they're going to have to be so transparent as to explain how they're protecting this. And I definitely want to know how they're protecting this, because I'm not the only person who knows that data theft can occur from the outside or can be an inside job. So on top of all this, the security is going to be paramount of the user information inside the database. And it's because we're not 1995 anymore. We're living in a world where all of the personal information can be used by a bunch of spammers and people who are prominent in the espionage tactics schemes. Which brings me to my fourth point, their lack of vision. Because of the way their database was actually open and mostly in plain text, 150,000 American government and military workers were also exposed in this hack, which, because of the people that are connected to espionage tactics, might actually have some issue with national security now. Which means we now get to my last point. Yahoo. Programmer to programmers. Seriously. Encrypting user data, especially today, especially 3 years ago, is possible even with currently stored data. If I can spend a few months by myself coding a new engine for brand new websites that is fully encrypted, and even come up with mechanisms to convert old stored data into the same fashion into a fully encrypted account. What is your excuse, Yahoo? Especially with all the talent you currently have employed underneath the umbrella that is Yahoo, a once great company, you could achieve this all in a fraction of the time that it took me. And if we consider everything else, if you had just done that, you could have had in the news, Yahoo gets hacked, hacker got nothing. If you like this episode, like it. If you don't, dislike it. Share with those that you think can benefit from this. And don't forget to subscribe. If you have any suggestions for topics, questions, comments for this show, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, for everything else. And if you want to help this show out, go to patreon.com/tqaweekly and become a patron today. Patrons, enjoy these episodes 24 hours in advance of everyone else. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.